Yes.
Hi,
Good
yes.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our YouTube live chat show, Voices of Courage, Courage to Be You series. So I'm
Yes,
Julia Chow. With me today is
Lillian.
point correct. Yeah, you cannot point correct. No, must remember the direction. Yeah, Lillian. So if you're new to us, we are going to talk about we're actually exploring our courage blueprint, and we are
Mm,
still in the topic of you. We're still exploring
yes.
you. It's such a long topic. We are at episode what already? It's still you. We're talking about you. Okay. So we
Yes.
have done quite a bit. We have done our shape, spiritual, heart, abilities, personality, and experiences. Okay, we are done. So today, we are going to talk about personality type 5. So we are done type 1, 2,
Yes.
3,
So
4, and today is
fine.
5. So today 5, we have actually 2 5s. So I'm a 5.
Yes.
And then we have a special guest, Jacqueline. Jacqueline is also a 5. And I think
Yes.
coincidentally, we
Yeah.
are 5, 6, right? We are 5 wing 6, I both of us, I think, if I'm not wrong.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
so shall we
So are
bring?
we ready to bring Jacqueline?
Yes.
Jacqueline, are you ready? Let's
Yeah,
bring
thumbs
her
up.
on. Hi,
Hi,
Hello.
Jacqueline.
hi.
Hi. Hey, we're pink.
Hey, Pink!
Oh no, I think
Different
we need to
shades
take a
of
picture.
pink.
Yeah, we need to take a picture.
Yeah, I was just telling Julia that recently we seem to be very coordinated, white, we
Extremely
have
cool.
pink and the
White
undertone
and
of
blue.
gray and all that.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
the
I
white and
noticed.
blue. I don't know why. Oh yeah. And we have not we're not spoken, we really never speak at all, except like texting about work or this, and then we say, okay, we are ready. She said, I'm ready to come online. I think when we come on, it's like pink. And I
And you're
very
pink
Eyes
un-
think
too.
alike.
yeah. And then when we met up to do the recce of the on-site, we turn out it's like we are on white and blue, and it's twice, right? The other day
Uh,
at Junior Central, we also white and blue, and then the opposite people were wearing all black.
yeah, Karen and Drizzly were all black.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's nice. Yeah. So how's your day so far, Jack?
Busy. I just came off a call, 12 o'clock call. I was hoping, I was saying, please, we need to finish this call so that I can come in on this live chat. But yeah,
Mm,
I'm here now.
yes, you made it.
yay!
Yeah. So Jacqueline, before we start chit chatting, I know we can go on and on. You want to introduce yourself? Yeah, introduce yourself. What do you do? And yeah, let us everyone know a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Jacqueline. I'm a community leader of Women of Courage Asia, a mother of two young adult children, a boy and a girl. Having my own business now, doing corporate services where we assist entrepreneurs, whether local or foreign, to set up their companies in Singapore, helping them understand the local requirements and rules and laws, accounting, tax, payroll, and all those compliance part of things. So, yeah, helping them understand what is it that they need to know
Mm,
in Singapore and their ongoing requirements.
right.
Yeah,
Very, very serious stuff.
very serious stuff. Type 5, everything is serious, like so boring like that, right?
Someone she asked me, got anything to prepare no? I said no, just someone said no, type 5 minute
Yeah.
before.
It is a chat show.
Right?
It's supposed to be chit chatting.
Ah, yeah, yeah. So that's basically me.
Right. So you're
Mm,
two young adults, right? Yeah, your children, no longer children. That's why you
no longer
everything.
children. Yeah, one is
In- in-
20, one is 19.
oh, okay. So my son is the same age as your 20
Daughter.
is a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, right, right.
Mm.
Yeah. Going uni, right? Waiting for uni.
Yes, waiting for
Yeah,
uni.
waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, so now she's interning. She's working at a law firm. So she's interested in criminal law of all things. I think why criminal law? So, so she's getting that experience, which is good to really see if that's what she really likes now. She said corporate
Mm.
very boring.
Oh. Yeah. My daughter also want to study psychology and criminology. And so, okay.
So she can
What?
get into the psyche of mommy also, right? And daddy.
But corporate the legal department of corporate can earn more money leh.
Exactly, right. I told her the same thing.
Your
Corporate
mommy
can
like
pay
that,
more
right?
money. Yeah. And she said, no, it's not everything. It's not about money. Okay.
Yeah, wait lah, wait lah. Wish she do wish she do a few years. I said, okay, mommy, I think I'm going corporate.
Yeah.
How
We
about
shall
the
see.
19? How
19
about
is in
the
poly.
poly? Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
course?
he's doing cyber security.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, very
Very
serious,
smart.
eh?
Yeah.
Very serious, huh?
The whole family are very smart. Right?
All
Heck here,
five leh.
heck there. No lah, I tell you, my kids are very different. My daughter is more chatty, and she's much more social. Whereas my son is quieter, a gamer, likes to play games and all that kind of thing. The typical
Same.
tech. That's why cyber lah.
Same as my children. My son is the quieter one. My daughter will be a bit more, yeah,
Yeah,
a bit
I think because
more.
the quiet, the one that's more chatty outspeaks the quieter one. The quieter one just keep quiet.
Interesting dynamics, right? Yeah. So our this series has been talking about shape, the acoustics shape. So do you have an idea what the shape means?
Not really. Even for this
Okay.
Enneagram thing, I just recently did it. I think
Mm,
we all sort of knew what my type was, but I
mm,
think doing the test confirmed it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
So maybe Julia, you want to give an overview of what is shape to Jacqueline?
Okay, so shape, S is spiritual gift. So all of us, in our faith, right, we have spiritual gifts. So what are our spiritual gifts? And H is heart. So what is your passion? What's your passion? Okay. And A is abilities. What are all your abilities? P is personality. So we know your personality already. And E is for experiences. Those experiences, they also shape you lah for what you are. Yeah.
Yeah. So this shape, I get to learn about it from Pastor Rick Warren, from his Purpose Driven Life book. Yeah. So he says that understanding your shape, gives you the clue to your purpose in life. So that's why it has helped me a lot personally in discovering my purpose. So yeah, I've been applying it throughout all my coaching session with ladies. So we want to today. Both of you are the type fives, right? And at the same time, both of you are also the same wing, right? Wing 6, isn't it?
Wing 6, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so
And
happy,
Really?
Yeah, because okay, I tell
the
you,
only one.
yeah, because it's like, I'm the only five. I say we are five because type 9, she's type 9. The whole bunch of them are type 9. I said we are the five, yeah. Then suddenly it was like after you all did it, right? So yourself and Karen, then I was like, so happy I found my tribe. I find my fives. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Karen cannot join us because this time she is very busy delivering I think all her healthy snacks.
Okay,
Mm,
okay, all
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
I suppose
But
it also is it because also type 5s don't usually like do this, like join communities and things like that, because they're like, right, more driven towards I want to do the work and I'm not sure.
this is the time that we get to know the
Oh, we
five.
get to know.
Okay.
The best is to learn from you, learn from both of you. Yeah, to know more about, how you are like, how does a five look? How does a five think? Yes. So I think to jumpstart, let's talk about your strength. Yeah, your strength, and then later we'll talk about the blind spots. So what are some of the strengths that you are very self-aware about yourself? And it's quite evident.
Okay, so I think some things that stand out would be
Mm.
organizational skills,
Mhm.
wanting to be sure that everything is in order,
Mhm.
can be quite a perfectionist at times, but that also I notice when it suits me to be a perfectionist. Um, Take charge. If let's say in a situation when you see something is not happening, then I'll just step up and say, okay, just to get this going, I'll just pick it up and just do it instead of waiting for somebody to do something, and I'll just step
Mm.
in. So yeah, those are the things I see are evident in me
Mm.
as
How about social wise, relationship wise?
social wise. I prefer one-to-one interaction. Community interaction is more like occasionally, but I feel that there is a lot more connection when you have time with a person individually to get to know each other better than having everybody in a group and you rah rah ha ha and everything, but you don't really get to know the person. So I think for
Mm.
me it's very much, I'd rather a small setting, getting to know people more
Mm.
intimately than just surface.
So a one-to-one connection is a preferred way of building relationship for you, lah.
Correct.
Right, interesting. And yeah, Julia.
I'm almost the same as Jacqueline, the organizational skills. So that's why I mean, secretary, right? As a secretary, I really have to organize and manage my boss's schedule, all this events. I'm always like be the first to really do the events, and usually I will manage the events by myself, because I feel that if I had to get somebody to help me, and if I had to teach somebody to do something, I find that I would probably have done it like one day ago. Yeah, so usually manageable events, I would do it on my own. That is work wise. Just like Jacqueline also, if somebody don't pick up or don't step forward, I will just step forward. Let's do it, and let's do it. Let's get it done.
Mm.
I used to be a perfectionist. I used to like, wow, my standard quite high. Like, you used to like, well, you must do this to my standard. And it's a perfect standard, right? But nowadays, I think it's a high awareness 5. Not so, okay, like it's like, okay, 90%. No, 80%, 90%, then okay,
More
we cannot
more
have perfection.
empathetic lah
Yes,
towards
a bit,
what
yeah.
other people at their pace, right? Right.
Yeah, a little bit
Okay.
empathetic. Yeah. So
Mm.
socially, almost like Jacqueline as well. I don't mind the one-to-one, and I don't mind the. Okay, I think when it comes to work, I like to go to work where there is a big organization, right? So that I can sort of like either get to know more people. Although I'm
Mm.
not a social butterfly, I don't mind like interacting with many colleagues from different departments. And at the same time, I don't mind a one-to-one. So I think the social relationship part is depending on where or what I'm
Mm.
doing. Yeah.
What is your
So
preferred? Don't depend. Like you prefer.
I think prefer will be not interacting.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
because I'm such a introvert, right? If there's a preference between even as like a one-to-one, or if I have the choice to stay home, I will stay home and I'll just keep
Mm.
quiet and do my work. Yeah.
So your home is your castle.
Yes.
How
So
about
for
you,
your
Jack?
so for you to come to my house, is quite a big step.
Ah.
So last week, the team came to my house for strategy session, right? Yeah. So I
You
usually,
invaded the castle.
not invited, like, welcome to my
Okay, well,
castle.
being welcome.
Mm.
Invited.
Yeah, because personal space is also quite important. Yeah, so my personal space is a bit wide. You cannot come too near to me, or you cannot
Mm.
like just invade into my space. Wah, cannot. Yeah, that's
How,
me.
how about how about Jack? Like, is there any similarity that you are hearing, as Julia share, or there's more actually to what? Because just now you mentioned the one-to-one connection, right? But if preferred, are you like her also? Like, if preferred, you would want to be left alone, or you still don't mind?
Actually, we're very similar. Similar for me also. Because I'm also an introvert, and
Mm.
given a choice, I would rather stay home and do my own things, because then I
Mm.
don't have to think about so many things or worry about so many things. It's just me, myself, and I doing what I like to do. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, actually we're very similar.
You get like exhausted, like you have a whole day of meeting and a whole day you're talking to people. Then after the end of the day, you're like, oh,
Yes,
I need
very
another
much. I
day
mean,
to
like, yeah,
recuperate.
that's why I think we're thrown into a situation where we can. I think when some people who don't really know us, right, they say, oh,
Yeah.
no, but you can talk, what you can, you are able to present and all that. But I say, yeah, but after that, I'm so exhausted. Like what you say is true, because it's not me. I'm doing it because it's my job, or, it's because it's required of me.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And also don't misunderstand that we are faking it, or we are it's not, it's adapting to situations. Yeah.
Mm,
And even like
mm,
say one-to-one, if let's say if Anita say, hey Julia, let's go out for lunch. Yeah, we will go because we want to interact. Yeah, we want to,
mm.
and it's not because Anita called me, so I had to go. It's not that. It's because,
Correct.
I want to catch up with Anita, so we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
if
I think
Anita
when we
don't
say
doesn't,
I think when we say yes, we really mean it, right? It means yes, I
yeah,
want to spend time with you, and
correct.
have that connection.
Yeah,
Right.
and also like, and if Anita didn't say, "Hey, Julia, come out with lunch with us," we will be happily eat our own lunch at home. Yeah, that's us, you see. Yeah, but
Right.
actually, I'm not too sure about Jacqueline. But the other way around is, let's say, if somebody were to say, "Hey, let's catch up." So I'm very serious. Like, you say let's catch up, let's catch up, and then I will say, "Hey, remember last week you say let's catch up. This week do you have time to catch up?" And then the person will go, "Oh, I don't. This week not free lah. That week not free." After a while, I'll be like, I'll be very disappointed. Yeah, and then
Actually,
after
very
that,
true.
right? And
Hmm.
then after that, I will like, okay, I'm not going to. When people say let's catch up, I'm not going to be like, oh, okay. I'll be like, okay, I will take it with a pinch of salt, and I'll let the person catch up with me instead of me catching up with the person. Are you the same, Jacqueline?
The same, because I think for me, when I say it, I mean it, right? So when you say catch up, so let's
Yeah,
do it, right? It's just a
yeah,
matter of arranging it.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly the same. My gosh,
Oh
I
God.
found a twin.
Wow.
Yeah. And then some of your
Okay.
J, like J.
Yeah, both J.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure there will be same but different.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see what's the difference.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, very interesting. And I want to dig a little bit into your minds, Yeah, because according to the Enneagram profiling tool, you guys belong to the head center, right? Yeah, so that's why you're called the observer, the investigator. Yeah, can you share a little bit about your thinking pattern, or how does your thought life is like? How does I'm very interested in how does the five think? What are your processes or what? Because I hear her Julia talk about like compartmentalize, like what's the framework, and yeah, I can't see her brain, I can't see her mind. So yeah, share a little bit about that thought process.
I think for me, one thing for sure is I must have information, enough information to do something. You can't just say, okay, do this, but I don't know what's the objective. I don't know why do you want to do this, because at the end of the day, I want to be sure I'm coming out with the right information that is
Mm,
going to be able to be used, not just blindly doing something and then at the end of it, oh, this is not what I want. So for me
mm,
is I want to know what's the objective, what are we getting at, so that then I will know. I can do all the research and everything. That's fine. I don't need you to spoon feed me, but at least I need to know what's the end goal, and then
mm,
I can structure it accordingly and find whatever information to reach that end goal.
mm.
So
Do you
that's me.
yeah,
Sorry.
do you enjoy doing research? Do you enjoy like gaining knowledge and yeah,
Yes, I love to read, and my
mm,
reading also is very much autobiographies or biographies, not so much fiction. I do read fiction, but given a
okay.
choice, I like to learn from other people. Oh no, I see Julia, and what they went through and how I can learn from their experiences. I
Mm,
like watching documentaries and that kind of
mm,
thing. Occasionally, of course, movies. I'm not a boring person that I don't watch movies and all that kind of thing. But I like documentaries, understanding and learning what or how it came about. That sort of
mm,
thing. Yeah. So I'm very much in that area. So you're in a way, I suppose, yes, knowledge and understanding and all that kind of thing is where I prefer to do. So like similarly, I'm also very like prefer people to be. I don't like if, let's say, you have slackers. I'm not gonna judge you, but if, let's say, you want to learn something, but then you don't want to take the effort to learn it, then for me it's like, then do you really want to learn? So that's me, knowledge.
And when you research about a topic or read about a topic, right? Do you like just how far do you go? How deep do you go?
It also
Like,
depends on my interest. It also depends on the interest. So if I'm really interested in it, then I will dig deeper. But if the interest is more, I just want to know, okay, what it is about, then I'll just stop there. So it also really depends on the interest, my interest in what
okay.
the topic is about.
And why do you love to like read so much, and you want to learn so much, and gain all this knowledge, and when you gather all this information, what do you do with it?
Um, some of it is for my own benefit, knowing that this is what this is about, and then if it comes up in a conversation, then I'll be able to talk about it. Yeah, so it's not to, some of it is because of work, you have to research and all that, so it really depends on the reasons on why. So if it's more for my own benefit, then it's really, oh, this is what I enjoy, this is what I'm interested in, so I want to know more about it. If it's for work, then of course it's for work, I've got to research and find out more about it. But if it's more for myself, it's then, okay, I understand, I learn about it, and then hopefully one day, who knows, if we talk about it, then I have more information that I can share, versus just sitting down quietly and say, okay, I don't know what this is about, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So when you don't know what is it about and all that, but when people ask you, would you answer, like, or or at least attempt to try to answer something that you're not familiar with? Would you actually answer, or
I
you would
will
rather choose to
actually,
be quiet?
I would choose to keep quiet. I will let them know that I don't know this topic. So, I'm so not comfortable talking about it. I can maybe share some um, thoughts about it, but I don't know the topic. So I'd rather not say anything than embarrass myself and try and say something, and then, people will say, hey, you don't know. So why are you talking?
Okay, so so you will only talk about a topic that you are familiar
Not
with.
familiar.
Yes. Okay. Right. How about you, Julia?
Okay, so before I answer, let's say hello to somebody who came
Oh, okay, okay.
online.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Lynette.
Hi,
Yay,
Lynette.
Lynette. Oh
Woohoo.
my God.
Oh, the typeness start coming
Yeah,
out.
we're all looking pink. Pink.
Yeah, and it's not,
Not planned.
not planned, no nothing.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, so quite similar to Jacqueline. It also depends. I used to, okay, in university, like, we had to do a lot of research because I did public relations and communications, a lot of research to do, and I kind of enjoy doing it because it's for work, like, it's for studies, right? And then you are learning something new in this area of their education. So also when it come out, especially when you're in business, you have to read a lot. You tend to be just reading, whether is it trends, whether it new things. It's a constant, for me, it's a constant information flow into my brain, like social media, business, sales, whatever, and then let's say if I'm doing a workshop, then need to, research, what are the things, what are people talking, and the value, we have to give value to our participants, right? How I can, research and then, provide them with that knowledge, the tool for them to do whatever they want. So a lot of I find myself a lot reading a lot. So that's for work, right? So personally, I like to learn about, like, other people, other countries. So, like, reading, right? I like biography. More so more so for just interest. So for Jacqueline is like what you can learn about them, right? So more for me is more like, very interested in what these famous people, how their lives are. So I remember I was reading the Kennedy woman, right? So they talk about the Kennedy, the wives, the woman that married into Kennedy, and wow, wow, a lot of scandal, a lot of backstory, a lot of things. Yeah, so it's like interesting. Like this for me is personal interest. I like to read crime books, like crime thriller books, right? Yeah,
Yes, I suddenly lit up.
yeah, it actually helps
Stimulates.
me. Yeah, it stimulates our
Yeah.
mind. Like, who is the, you want to find out who's the killer. Then at the end of the day, I'm wrong or I'm right. I remember reading one. I don't want to say the author. Halfway through, I actually knew who's the killer. I was like, oh my god! Halfway, it's not like 3/4. I was like, I already know. Then I just speed read. I said, okay, let's see. I already know the killer. Yeah, so that's my personal reading. And unlike Jacqueline, I liked fantasy theme as well. The young adult fantasy theme, like Harry Potter, what's that? The Narnia, right? All this I like. And so when they translate to movies, so I like also to watch documentary or movies about real life person. Like The Blind Spot is about this footballer, right? The footballer quarterback, the footballer, and of course the Harry Potter movies, Narnia movies. Yeah, so that's my personal side, which for me.
Mm.
And
So,
then not only that, right? So I also like to learn about other countries or this, right? Or current topics that people are like politics. The people are like
current
talking
affairs.
about, but not so deep lah. Just here, no there. And the reason why is sometimes when conversation comes up, right? So you just look a little bit intelligent, lor. Like, so like so how's things over there? Like what Brazil? How are you? Just some hop, and also it's a conversation opener, so you actually get to know the person's point of view, how they are, how their living condition is, whether they're struggling or whether they're not affected. So this is when I read or know more about other countries, or this is more for conversational starter and more for knowing other people or other country and culture.
Okay. Let's can we be very blunt and real here? Like, do you actually feel good when you all look intelligent, sound intelligent?
Yes. Feel confident. I feel very confident.
Depends on the situation. I know sometimes the perception is like it's so boring. Everything is this way. But of course, um, I don't know. The only thing that I see that some people may perceive me is that you're so boring lah. I know you just do a lot of reading. You're always by yourself. Prefer to be by yourself. But when in a group and when having fun, I can also have fun. I can let my hair down, which I've also. And from the surprise faces, that's where you realize, because they're so used to thinking that you're this way. Then when you are not, then they're like, wow, I didn't know that you were like this, or that you could do this, or you could. So I think, yeah. So for me, it's more like people have the wrong perception that I can be boring, is like, or not approachable, because I tend to be an introvert and keep to myself.
Yeah. So, but the question I was asking is, do you feel good? Like, do you actually delight in when people find that you're very you look intelligent, sound intelligent.
I don't know about the look intelligent lah, but the sound intelligent is good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, unlike both of you, when I was younger, I mean, now I have learned to like reading. Yeah, but when I was younger, oh no, I hate reading. You throw me a book, I will go grab a ball. Yeah, the more kinesthetic, Yeah, more, I prefer to be moving my bodies than using my head. They ask me to think. Wow, that's hard work for me.
Talk
Yeah.
about books, right? Jacqueline, when you were younger, what books did you read?
I mean, I started with the Enid Blyton books. So
Oh
like Far
yeah.
Away, yeah, Magic Far Away
Wow.
3 and all those. And then Famous 5, Secret 7, Hardy Boys. Yeah, those sort of
Oh
books.
yeah.
Tom,
Right. No,
Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn.
Huckleberry. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, those books they were given to me, then I will shelve it. I only recognize the title. I just want to mention Enid Blyton. Yeah, I read one and then I'll put it aside. It's so
Oh,
thick.
okay. Well, I enjoy the Enid Blyton books, even till now.
Mm.
I have a set of it at home because it brings back memories and they're fun, right?
Mm,
Really also like fantasy, having this faraway tree and many lands coming and all that kind of thing. So that's my little getaway, so to say.
Mm.
Mm.
So both of you are fine with dining alone, having your meal all by yourself?
Yep,
No problem with that?
no problem.
For me, now I have no problem. When I was younger, I preferred to have company.
Same but different.
Uh,
Mm. I
yeah,
still
I think
happy alone when I
maybe
was
at that
younger.
point, I think when you're older, maybe the confidence, you're more confident, so you don't mind eating alone. But when I was younger, so you have like people funny like people look at you and say, "Ee, this person like no friend, like that sit down alone and eat alone," kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm. So, but other than eating alone, like, are you okay with doing things alone? Like, or do you need to have someone with you to be doing
I'm
something
fine
together?
doing things alone unless it's a project that requires people to do
Mm,
together. But I am
right,
fine working alone. Yeah.
right.
Like
Okay, except
shopping,
yeah.
shopping, what else?
Can you catch a
Errands.
movie alone?
So far, come to think of it, I've not caught a movie alone.
Yeah, neither have
Ah,
I.
right. Oh, so you will never, would you like actually enjoy? But okay, you haven't tried, so you won't know, right?
Yeah.
Right. Interesting. Okay. And that was some of the strengths, right? So let's touch a little bit about the blind spots. Like, okay, what are the most evident? Who wants to go first? She muted herself, so yeah, Jacqueline, you go first.
I'm I'm trying to understand. So what are the blind spots in what I think my
Mm,
weaknesses are?
yeah,
Jacqueline is so
really.
smart that she got no blind spot.
Oh, definitely will have. I'm just trying to understand
The
um
weakness.
the weakness. I
Mm,
think I think one of the weakness that I notice is that I don't know whether this is a weakness, but I can actually put myself um, aside from the situation. So let's say, for example, something happens, right? Um, Maybe something bad happens. Then I don't immediately say, "Oh, that is wrong," and blah blah blah, and this and that. I look at it objectively. So to some people, it's like it's wrong, but then to me, it's like okay, it may be wrong, but there are two sides of a coin. This could be the reason why this happened. That could be the reason why that happened. So again, very analytical in a sense instead of just saying, okay, it's wrong and let's do it. But you know, so
mm.
that's why I said I'm not sure whether that's considered a
I think
weakness.
it's a double-edged
I
sword.
see it as a strength. I see it as a strength. Then so that she will give other a chance to, like if this is wrong, like let's say two party and this person is wrong, but we must say we kind of think like okay, wrong, but let's hear from this person.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like giving a chance, and then after hearing, I say, yeah, actually wrong lah. So we cannot. Yeah, we I think we don't want to jump to conclusion that fast. We always give each.
But this is like
Uh,
a very obvious wrong. Like it's like a black and white thing, like it's very obviously it's a black. Do you
I mean,
still
if it
go into the analyzing?
no, I mean if it's very obvious, then yes, I would say that's wrong.
Mm.
I will go like, why you do that?
Oh, so you still analyze why they do it.
I mean, it's like it's wrong
Yeah.
with you. Why you do that? You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's like people like give you instruction, then you still do wrong. Like, why you still do that? Like, what happened? I also sometimes want to know like what happened that makes you
It,
do something different or makes you do something wrong. Yeah,
So
still
is
analyze.
it it's very natural for y'all to like go into a analytical mode lah. Like by default you will want to analyze first lah.
yeah.
So are there times like you analyze, analyze, like until paralyzed.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. When you were younger, more often, or like, because I mean, over time with experiences in life and more self-awareness, I'm sure that duration of
Right.
analyzing,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
you
has
have.
reduced. And I think this also, as we are talking, what this came up also in my mind. I think the
Mm,
other weakness that I see is that dwelling on things.
mm,
Like this happened. Why did it happen? What could have I done so that it could have been different? That kind of thing. And
mm,
then think and dwell about it.
mm.
Even though I can't change it anymore, I can't do anything about it, but I'll just keep dwelling. And then after a while, okay, I'll be okay. But then maybe a few days later, it may just pop up again, and then I'll start thinking about it again.
Ah,
And depending on what I'm thinking about or what the situation was, it can affect, because maybe something happened that wasn't very nice. And then you start dwelling, how was I a party to contribute to that, or how would I
mm,
have done it differently, and that kind
mm,
of thing. So I think that would be also one of the blind
mm.
spots, dwelling on something that I can't change no matter how much I dwell on it.
Right,
Do you
right.
go into a very negative, go way into the negative, or it's just thinking? Do you go like to the extreme, like think until so negative until like wow, a lot of drama going on in your head?
Sometimes, depending on the situation, sometimes I can. So sometimes, and sometimes I question myself, like, why is it that this happened? Why is it that that party or myself, we did the same thing, but somehow or other, I seem to look like the bad one, and the other party got away scot free, or the other party was looked upon very nicely. But though we were doing the same thing, or we did the same thing. So sometimes, again, that's why I say, depending on the situation, then I'll keep
Wow,
dwelling on it.
wow, I hearing y'all, it's like a lot in the mind, like, yeah,
Yeah,
so many different
if you open,
possibilities. And
yeah, if you open our mind, wow, I tell you everything inside, what you scared.
Yeah. Kena
Yeah, but
shock circuit after a while.
actually, I noticed about Jacqueline, right? She always depends. She always
depends.
depends. Me no
Yeah,
depend. So
totally
Mm.
the difference
depends.
between
Okay.
me is
So
not
that's why
really
there's a
depend.
lot of analyzing going on. That's why
Yeah,
it depends, ah.
yeah.
Right. So does that actually do that? How does that support or sabotage you in taking action or in achieving your goals?
Supporting is that if I can learn from the experience, then I look at the positives and learn from it, or even the negatives for that matter, and then learn from it. The negative side of it is, of course, then if I keep dwelling about it, then it can affect me, and then um yeah, it can affect lah. After a while, then say like, how is this? Um, because like I said, it comes back. It doesn't like I dwell on it, and after it's done, then it's done. It sometimes comes back a few days later or a few weeks later. Then the scar opens again, and then think about it again. So that is not good, I would
Mm,
think, because then all kinds of emotions start coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, right. So
Mm.
how do you overcome this? What are some of is there any tips that you can share to because there are other people out there who are similar personality type as both of you. So by sharing one or tip or two to because this analyzing thing is very very evident and in fives. Yeah, for the head center ones, right? I think six also. Yeah. So yeah, what tips can you share with them to like get out of this cycle of analyzing until paralyzing?
I think one of it is taking a step back and looking at things. I'm still learning. So
Mm,
taking a step back and looking at it and saying whether should we be analyzing, should we spend this time to analyze? There's so much time to analyze. The other thing also
still
that
analyzing,
has,
by
yeah,
doing that.
still analyzing, you see. the other thing the other thing that has helped, I think, lately is also prayer. I think, praying about it and asking for divine help, in the sense that um, help me understand what I've gone through, and help me filter out what's not good, and help me move forward.
Mm,
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Right. So it's really like taking some form of action. Yeah. Because even when you say like prayer is an action, right?
Mm,
Yeah. Okay.
correct.
Julia, any tip from you for our audience?
I think for me, unlike Jacqueline, it depends, right? For me, it's all the time. When something happens, I'll just dwell. And in the past, right, low self-awareness in the past, I would just dwell. Like I tell you, right, think about it. It's very negative. Even something very simple, it's nothing, no. I'll just make a molehill from an anthill, make a molehill out of it. And then, wow, a lot of drama inside my head. Like, wow, drama until I can feel my emotions coming, then angry. Then I will cry, then got tears, one, no. Then after a while, once I come down, and then I was like, hey, why am I like that? Why do I think like that, right? Then, okay, I'll be okay a few days. Then this thing will not come back. But if something happen again, it trigger, right? Then the new thing will trigger again. Also, I will think, and then I will just spiral down. So right
Mm.
now, what I do is because I know I'm very well aware that I got this problem. So what I do is just like you, I will pray. I will pray and I will just and reject that because it's really over. What I can learn from it, I already learned and it's really over. And especially when I'm like washing the dishes, I'm ironing, because those are free time because I'm not concentrating on anything. This thing will come, right? So I will catch it fast because I will know. I mean, for us, we will know that this thing is going to come again. These thoughts are coming in. So I quickly just catch it and I'll pray. And sometimes I will recite a verse. Sometimes I will sing a worship song, or I do affirmation, self affirmation, right? Yeah. And then after that, I will think, oh, okay, what to cook for tomorrow. I move my brain forward. Okay. Oh, what's tomorrow? What am I? Or what are we gonna do after washing? What I'm gonna do? Yeah. So I will do that, and I will make sure my mind keeps moving forward instead of getting stuck and move backwards. Yeah.
Mm-mm. I think in all what we are hoping, what we are all trying to achieve here is balance, lah, right? Because being analytical is a strength, yeah. But if you over analyze, then it becomes something that sabotage
Totally
you
is.
from taking
Yeah.
action, right? So, and I'm hearing from both of you, the action that you all are taking is still very contained to yourself and to God, lah. Yeah, but I don't hear any of you. Both of you never mention like, oh, I'll call my friend or what, or talk to someone, or it's still very. Yeah, I mean, that's something I noticed. Yeah, so y'all don't really seek support one, huh? Y'all will handle it by yourself. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Yeah.
Most of the time lah, but sometimes if happen to be on call with, let's say, either my sis or somebody that I trust, that I know they will not go and bled, then I will vent, lor. I will vent, but most of the time it will be internal. Yeah, most of the time we
Right.
handle.
Yeah.
Right.
Same here. Correct.
So
Because
that's how.
again, very private person, right?
Yeah.
So I tend to keep it internally and try
Mm,
to manage it and solve it myself.
mm.
Until you
So
cannot, right?
for
Then you have to
your
go and
Yeah.
call somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
but
just
by then it will be like very quite disastrous already, right?
yeah, probably.
So
Okay,
how
one
do we
question.
support the fives, like yours, since you are more reserved, more to yourself, then we won't know that you need support or what, right? And so how do your loved ones, people who care, are very concerned about how do we support you when y'all don't need support?
I think it'll be wrong to say we don't need because we're also human, right? It's just that we always
Mm,
put up a very brave and strong front.
mm-hmm,
I think if questioned enough, we I may uh, open up and
mm,
and talk about it and
mm,
try to get some help in a way to see maybe somebody has a different idea or different way of approaching it, then maybe.
right.
But I suppose being thinking that we're strong for me, tend to think that I can do it. I'll just do it. Like sometimes, when I'm frustrated in the office or whatever, I'll come back and then sometimes I will just vent it out, tell it to my husband, right? And then yeah, and men being men, right? It's like they don't just listen. They will give you solutions. And sometimes I just get upset because I don't want any solutions. I just want you to listen.
Mm. Yeah, I can resonate with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, opening up
so
is a bit
so
difficult.
by having conversations more frequently with you, having to talk more, to spend more time, getting to know how's life lah. Then slowly, so need patience. Like
Correct.
people who want to support you all need to have patience to go deeper. Okay. Got that tip? Yeah. Need to patient.
I think
So,
for
mm,
me it's
yeah.
slightly different.
So
Uh,
how can people, your loved ones support you?
stay away from me. I think for me, it's also very prevalent in when I work. I will try to solve all the problem by myself until I cannot. Then I'll go to my boss. Yeah.
Mm,
So for me is I will try to handle everything I can. When I cannot, then when I come to you, that means is I'm at the end of my road already. Yeah.
mm,
So you got to know that, yeah. Because when I come to you,
okay.
it's not the first thing I come to you and ask. So yeah,
Right.
so I think for me as a type 5, right, when I come to a person to, hey, Lillian, I need help. Then in your mind you will think, oh, okay, that means I've done everything. I'm at the last
And
ready.
analyze every situation. Yeah.
Not only analyze, but try everything, analyze, and it's like still cannot. Lillian, I need your help. Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
Lillian, you will not be the first person I can, hey, Lillian, I need help. No, you will not, because then you have to understand that I have already done everything I can, and this is the last stop and last resort. So you better help me. Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, that would be the last. Yeah, so I think for me it will be like that. Yeah, our approach. Yeah, but when you come to me, if I'm in the middle, I probably won't say much. I'll probably keep a bit quiet. Yeah, and the funny thing is sometimes when I talk, well, okay, my husband is not here. I talk to my husband, right? Then sometimes if he has no reaction, then I'll be very frustrated. Are you listening to me? Because sometimes you need to vent. Right? Then if he, then our poor husband, right? Then sometimes if he says something, how come you're not on my side? How come you don't understand me? Yeah, so better don't. Yeah, so I think for me is when I'm at the last straw, then I'll open my mouth and
Right.
ask for
Right.
help. Yeah.
So for all of us who are not fives, yeah, we want to take note of that. So when you know similar personality like them, come to you and ask for help. Better help, right? Because that's the last resort.
True.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't ask question, no, like, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried that?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
ask
yeah.
me. Why really? Don't ask me.
So in this case, then how can we help? Because you will have like think of everything already.
Yeah, I think for me also, I would have tried, but sometimes it may not be everything, because to me it may feel like I've done everything or tried everything, but somehow or other when you do finally go to somebody, when you hit the brick wall, right?
Mm.
Interestingly, sometimes they may have something that I may not have thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
So it's when you
I,
come to the point where you're open to that lah, right? Where you're
correct,
open to that means
correct.
the other possibilities.
Yes.
And
So where
Yeah,
from my
maybe.
point of view, I think I have tried
Yes.
every avenue. So that's
Correct.
why I still can't solve this thing. So then I come to you, hoping and hopefully that now I have another person that I can then brainstorm with, and who
mm,
knows, may have a solution that I missed.
I
right,
think that the
right.
best way to approach us is not asking us, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried that? But rather say, okay, what have you tried? Okay, what
Mm,
have you done, right? What have you
yeah.
done? So I tell you, I've
Ask
done
the
one,
right
two,
question.
three. Yeah, ask the right question. Yeah, for us, must ask the right question. It's not asking about intelligent question, must ask the right question. So what have you done? Share with me what have you done. Okay, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, cannot.
Mm.
Then you say, hey, actually got 11. Let me share with you 11.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. That's a great tip. Yeah, remember, write that down. Okay, ask the right question.
I think people must be thinking, what headache when deal with type 5, must know what questions to ask.
Yeah, what is the
I think
right
they
question?
run away. I think they run away.
Yeah. Right. So we have been talking a lot about the head. Let's just move quickly to the heart a bit, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do have a heart.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your love language?
Okay. I recently did mine. This one also recently did.
Mm.
What was it again? Acts of service. That was the highest.
Mm.
What was the other one? Ooh.
That,
Um,
Words of affirmation,
and words of
spending time,
affirmation. Yes,
or
correct.
mm.
spending quality time.
Words of affirmation. So the higher one is acts of service, and then the second one is words of affirmation. Yep.
So the act of service is you is how you express your love to others, or this is your preferred way of receiving love.
Both ways. I
Oh,
like
okay.
it both ways. Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because I prefer people walking the talk, not just
Mm,
talking, right? If you say you
mm,
can do this or you want to do this, then do it. Don't just
mm.
say you want to do it, but then don't do
Right.
it.
Right. Yeah. Make sure whatever you say to Jacqueline, you better do it.
Yeah, that's why she
Follow
sent us
through.
email. She sent us email. We must reply her. No, must do.
Yeah, never reply. Oh no. Kena.
Yeah, I get stuck now.
So, how about you, Julia? Words of
Mine is,
affirmation,
yeah, words of affirmation both ways. So
right?
how I give is usually more on writing. Writing is it a texting or it's written? It's written format. But when I receive, I need to hear it verbally. Yeah.
Mm, right. So, do you all know your family's loved ones' love language?
Not really. I've
Got
not
it.
really done
Must
it.
make them do the
Yeah.
test.
Yeah, I
Not
must
necessarily must do the test,
based on
Being more
what I see, yeah.
observations. Yeah.
Based
A bit
on what I see, I think my husband, it's what was that one we were talking about it that day where
Touch,
physical
is it?
touch.
Physical touch.
touch, physical
Mm.
touch. My children, I think my daughter is acts of service. She's quite
Mm.
similar to me, and words of affirmation. My son is words of affirmation. He's definitely
Mm.
not touchy feely, so more words of affirmation that you affirm, that what he's doing is right, and that you appreciate him and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. So I mean, by understanding, the love language alone and the your personality, and of course the other areas, the abilities and your life experiences and all that, it does help to improve not just our own self-discovery journey, but not only the relationship with ourselves, but the relationship with others around us, right? Especially always begins with our family. Yeah. Yeah. So, having this awareness, I hope our audience have received a tip or two here from our five. Yeah. And what is the one takeaway that you get from this, uh, exploring of, understanding your personality and your love language, Jacqueline? Yeah, because I know this, you said you only recently come to know about this. So what is the one takeaway that you get from this?
Um, Understanding myself better and
Mm,
knowing how to maneuver. Now that I understand myself, right? How can I um, maneuver around the weaknesses and try and bring up the strengths?
mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Definitely, I need more help in that area, lah, but at least it's given me more awareness.
More awareness. Yeah. Do you also like have more empathy and towards others now that knowing that there are so many, I mean, there are different personality types, and why they have their
Yeah.
motivation and their needs.
I think empathy, I have no issue with that. Sometimes it's to a fault that I give
Mm,
people too much leeway, that it affects me. So for
mm,
that one, empathy, no issue. But of course, um, the thing that needs improvement is that, like I said earlier, if let's say, did I say that if you did, let's say for example, right, if somebody did something that affected, let's say in a work situation, right, somebody went for a night out late at night the day before, and then the next day can't come into the office, then to me is that you asked for it. So how do you expect me to empathize with you? You know, you there is consequences to all your actions. So you need to know what the consequence is, and don't give me an excuse the next day. Oh, you know, I can't come in, I'm tired or whatever, because you know I had a late night last night, partying or whatever. So yeah, just that part maybe. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think that's wrong, right? At the end of the day, there are consequences to whatever actions that we do.
Right. So, but so far knowing that there are different personality types lah, you know, like some, like the 7 may really love to party there.
Party, don't go ahead and party, but do it at the right time.
Yeah. So yeah, then yeah, I think the best thing that I learned from this is that, you know, knowing the different personality types and their strength and their blind spots, right, we are able to provide the support that they need, because they themselves may not be aware that, you know, they are doing it, they are in that pattern, you know. Julia, how about you? Anything else to add before we wrap up?
I think when you ask Jacqueline the question, like, what's the takeaway, right? She said to understand herself better. The same answer that I'm going to answer if you're going to ask me the same question. Yeah, I think for us is really understand ourselves better, and knowing that we are not that weird, or we are not, we are not so stiff. You see, we are just who we are. Yeah, we just born like that, and it's a strength. So I always tell Lillian that she always say that I compartmentalize a lot of things, right? In the past, I used to be very offended with this word compartmentalize, because that means that I'm like very stiff. I'm not adaptable, right? So that is the impression. But after knowing about type 5 or this, then I realized actually I do compartmentalize things, especially information, yellow knowledge. I compartmentalize so that it's easy for me to understand, or easy for me to translate onto paper and to translate it to people. Yeah. So that's why she's, Elena and I work well together. So she's that big picture person, and I catch her big picture and then put it into compartments, then translate out. Yeah. So that's one thing I learned. That's what one of my takeaways, that it's okay to be compartmentalizing things. It's not it's not bad, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's recognizing like what is your strength, and don't see it as a weakness. Yeah, because each and every one of us are so uniquely different with different gifts and talents, right? And the worst thing to do is to see your strength as a weakness, yeah, and be offended by it, yeah. And talking about the compartmentalize, I just have one more question that came to me. Like, besides, work that you compartmentalize, do you compartmentalize friends? Like categorize, not say like, do y'all categorize your friends into like, and then do y'all allow the different groups, different categories to mix?
Yeah, mixing is fine. It's just that I think for me, I categorize them in terms of how much I trust you, how much can I share with you, what do we talk about. Yeah, that's more the categorizing for me, not so much them mingling with each other. That's fine, because we're all different. It's just for me, what can I talk with this category of friends? How much can I share? Because they're all different, right? So for some is, oh, don't come and talk to me about your problems, or another one is whatever it is. So that's for me my categorization of friends. Yeah.
Oh, so not by like, oh, this primary school friend, secondary school friend, poly friend, okay, right, interesting. How about you, Julia? How about in terms of friends?
Yeah, I categorize them into like, I know them from where I know them, so it's easier. Yeah, because like primary school, secondary school, JC, uni mates, and then some is through networking, or through Women of Courage Asia, or through business. Yeah, so so that at least I will like, hey, where do I know you from? I will scratch my head to, embarrassing, right? Then talk, like, how do I know you? Yeah, so for me, it's knowing where I know this person in any point of time of my life. Yeah. So that's how I categorize them.
One more. Very interesting. The personality. Yeah. A lot of questions. Are you comfortable or okay that we request you all to do something spontaneously on the spot? On the spot, I put you on the spot and
I know
ask you.
what Jacqueline is going to answer. It depends.
I'm biting my tongue. I was going to say Julia's not going to like this or Julia's going to catch me on this, but it depends. Because like
Really
we
great
said earlier,
minds,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Like what we said earlier, if put in a situation, if we need to take charge, if we see nobody else is doing it, then we will do it. So if you're put in on a spot saying do something, then do law. Again, depending on what it is, lah. If it's something that I'm not, yeah, if there's
You
something
work,
I'm not,
you don't always talk about work. Something
But she very serious. Eh?
yeah, if I were to request you to do something fun on the spot,
yeah, that's
you
fine.
will?
Yeah,
Okay, that's great. Can you sing us a song now?
sing you a song now. Give me now I can't think about a song. Let's see. Happy
It depends
birthday
on my
to
mood.
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lillian. Happy birthday to you.
Ah, so blessed. That's a great spot. How about you, Julia? Would you?
I got to use her word. It depends. It depends on what you want me to do. You ask me to go and run with you, no.
Yeah.
You
I
ask me to go shopping, okay.
compared to when you were younger, because now I know again, with experiences in life and all that, you have grown and all that. So imagine back in the past, would you do that? Like just now, Jacqueline, when your younger self, would you actually do that?
I'll be more reserved. When I was younger, more reserved.
Okay,
I would do
okay.
that. I was more
You,
open when I was younger.
oh, you
Yeah.
were more open.
Yeah. See, a bit different already, right?
Different but different, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, that shows all of us that you see, yes, personality profiling tools are great, a great tool for us to jumpstart, in the journey of self-discovery, but don't get boxed up in it because see, same but different. Yeah, we are all very different because there are so many layers, different variables that built up our character and our personality. Yeah, right. Family, culture, upbringing, so many different factors involved, not just your strength and weaknesses. Yeah. So yeah, that's the main gist of why we want to share this about personality so that everyone know, let's learn from each other, support each other in our weaknesses, and learn from each other our strength. So what's coming up? What's coming up next, Julia?
What's coming
Or
up next?
Jacqueline, ask Jacqueline.
Okay, what's coming up next? Yeah.
Put her on the spot.
Yeah, that's
Stay
fun.
tuned. Lots of interesting things happening.
This month.
Julia will let us know what's going to happen.
Okay, this one. I show
Very
this
good.
one. This one, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Jack, take it away.
You give me Women of Courage Asia and take it away.
Okay.
There's so many
She's
things.
just
We've got
yeah.
MEM, we've got boot camp. Which one do you want to talk about?
M. Yeah.
MEM. Okay. So Women of Courage Asia has our monthly empowerment meetings every month, the last Tuesday of the month. So the next one that's coming up is on the 29th of September.
Wow.
So please join us. We look forward to having all the women who, from all walks of life, with all different situations that you may be in. We can share with each other, learn from each other. So come join us, 29th September.
Who are the speakers for this month?
Sorry?
Who
Oh,
are the
speakers for this month is Alverna and Alverna and Lisa.
Lisa, yes.
And this month we are doing something differently also. This month we are doing something differently.
Yes.
We're putting a lot on our plate actually for this month. We're going to do on-site, which is going to be fun to be able to be with people again, and we're also going to do it on Zoom.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, come and join us. If you have not joined any of our on-site face-to-face monthly empower meeting, wow, come and join us, please. Yeah.
Well done,
And
Jacqueline. Well done.
yeah, yes, you can be put on the spot. Yay.
Next.
Yeah. Oh, that's one. Yeah. Julia, your turn, your turn.
Okay, so end of this year, we're gonna have our first ever woman only boot camp called Transform with Courage Boot Camp. It's on 20th to 23rd November, woman only. And why we have this boot camp, tell you, is something that Lillian has is Lillian's passion, and we caught her passion and her vision and her mission. So that's why we organize this boot camp for all women. So if you are sick and tired of getting stuck in, like us, stuck in the loop of negative thoughts, cannot always come out of your challenges and crises, join us. Come and join us. Come and be equipped with tools. Come be inspired by all the facilitators. Be encouraged and empowered to ride the waves of 2021. Okay, don't be in any challenges or in any crisis or inside pandemic. Be up on top of it. Okay, ride the waves of success. So anything else I need to say? Yeah, because because we are so passionate about this, because attending monthly empowerment meeting, as Lillian always put, it's only the tip of the iceberg. You only learn this much, but coming together in being with like-minded women, staying in Furama Riverfront Hotel, being away from any distraction from work, family, children, just spend that time together, bond together, and learn and grow together is so important. Yeah, because we are coming towards the end of 2020, and that 2020 has given us this this whole new norm that all of us are like thrown in a chaotic, so-called chaotic world. So learning to be equipped to even be better in 2020 is so important.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's really very important, because we have seen many spiral down in fear and anxiety, right? Yeah, because of when crisis hit, the challenges hit, the unexpected hit, many just spiral down into fear and anxiety. But not forgetting that there are those who are able to take the courage to ride the waves, to face the challenges. What's the difference? Why are they able to do that, right? And so we want to share with you, because many of us, those who are organizing this together, we also have faced challenges in life. But how did we manage, during this pandemic, and how are we going to ride the waves? I think that's the more exciting thing also, right? Yeah, moving forward, looking forward, and be equipped. So, last but not least, we are here every Tuesday and Thursday, right? Lunchtime for a chit chat. Yeah, but not just any chit chat, but really to share, practical tips and strategies for you to actually can immediately apply. Like what? Thanks to Jacqueline and Julia for sharing so much about yourself, your personality. So the audience can actually pick up all those tips that you have shared. Right? If you miss any of them, just go watch the replay and then learn how to support personalities, your friends and loved ones like them. Yeah. Get into their mind. Right. Okay. So anything else to add?
nope.
Oh,
Okay.
you already put me on the spot so many times. Nothing else to add.
the both of us talk enough already. We need to
Yeah,
rest.
we need to
It's
rest.
really
Correct.
amazing that
Tired
both of
already.
you talk so much. I know you all need to recharge already. Okay. So see you guys on Tuesday and Thursday. Right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.